Colossus had time to prepare everyone, all the lumberjacks, to be involved in the lumberjack match, inform the ring announcer and apparently the sound booth that there was going to be a lumberjack match, create a song for the lumberjacks to come out, but not tell me that my match was going to become a lumberjack match. I would love to understand the logic behind that, but I can't. As you know, and if you don't know, I'll tell you, Colossus's 1-year anniversary was on Saturday. Coastal Clash 2 happened on Saturday. Oh, I've been having for this year, as I've been featured on Colossus, I had an open challenge where anyone, it was the Thanet Invitational Open Challenge, where any wrestler that's like from Thanet, any of these up-and-coming wrestlers who want to make a name for themselves and try to feel what it's like to be in the ring with a star like the centerpiece, they would have a chance to do just that, all right? And it's been a success. It's been a huge success. It's been one of the highlights of the Colossus shows. So much that, as I said here on the stream, I believe last week, I am such a big part of wrestling in Thanet and wrestling in Margate that you can say that I am the most important figure in wrestling there. And I've just been giving so much to the community via these open challenges and via the lessons that I keep teaching the young and up-and-coming wrestlers in the Pro Wrestling Colossus roster, right? So, Buck Garcia, a while ago, he was the person that replied to the open challenge. It was announced that this match was going to happen. He was supposed to be a part of the show a few shows ago. He couldn't make it for personal reasons, sure. He finally this time found the bravery necessary to actually be on the show and take the challenge, but apparently he couldn't do it alone. So here's what happened, right? Here's what happened. Buck Garcia goes and talks to Colossus management and asks for the match to be a lumberjack match so that I don't run away. But I have never ran away. He's the one that ran away. I find it actually very endearing that Buck Garcia found a way to burn the bridge and stop himself from running away by having people outside that if he ran away from me like he did last time would throw him inside the ring. That is very commendable of Buck Garcia to put himself the barriers necessary for him to seek success. Maybe he wanted to restrain himself from running. That's what I'm saying, Phoebe, exactly. So out come the Lumberjacks. Thankfully, the Lumberjacks were not just Buck Garcia friends. I think Colossus, at the very least, balanced things out in terms of alignments and and backstage politics and all of that. And I think the spread of Lumberjacks was relatively fair. So well done for that. One fair thing in the middle of all this. Good job. The match happens, and the thing that I think Buck Garcia and the rest and some Lumberjacks were not counting on is that I am able to play the Lumberjack game way better than everyone else is, because I don't know if you're aware, but I'll keep saying it until this is ingrained in everyone's minds. I am one of the smartest professional wrestlers in the world right now. Once footage comes out, I will be able to come here on the stream and show you exactly examples of this, right? Until it does, you're going to have to continue to believe my word, right? The Lumberjack stipulation actually ended up being a hindrance because Buck Garcia, actually, the Lumberjacks, created the perfect opportunity for someone who actually appreciates what I do for the scene in Margate show their appreciation, right? I said that up-and-coming wrestlers in Margate and in Colossus have a bad attitude. That was a generalization, and that is not fair. It's not fair to throw everyone in the same bag because people have different thoughts and feelings, and not everyone succumbs to the mob mentality, right? And an example of a wrestler that has a great attitude is Chris. He is thankful, he is grateful, and he wants to learn and be better, and he realized the opportunity that he had in front of him that no one else had, that no one else wanted to take, which is the opportunity to, if I may, sit under my learning tree and learn with one of the best minds in the world of professional wrestling, right? So he balanced things out. Buck Garcia tried to manipulate the situation into a situation he believed would favor him by surprising me with a lumberjack match. Chris did nothing but balance the scale back together by giving me a Joker card that I could play the same way that Buck Garcia played his Joker card against me. Now things are balanced, and that is fair. I, obviously, foregone conclusion, defeated Buck Garcia. I know it's a surprise to everybody, but that indeed definitely happened. Wasn't it supposed to be one-on-one like all the other challenges? Who let the tips change? Ask Pro Wrestling Colossus management. I wonder if they're in the chat. Buck changed it to a lumberjack match with David finding out last minute. Yeah, that's not on. Thank you very much. Proper cheeky behavior. Absolutely. The ring announcer was like, oh, if the lumberjacks get involved, it's a disqualification. And I was confused. Here's the thing about lumberjack matches. The point of the lumberjacks comes from I presume a traditional lumberjack fight where basically if there needed to be a fight, the lumberjacks would circle the two people in a fight and they would make sure that the two people in a fight would stay inside the circle, right? That's the idea behind the lumberjack match. So when you're doing a lumberjack match in a wrestling match, in a wrestling context, when you do it in a wrestling show, the idea is that the lumberjacks are outside to kind of work as a human and cheaper logistically steel cage. If a wrestler tries to leave the ring, they are supposed to throw him back in the ring. The thing that makes it a disqualification is the idea that lumberjacks would attack one of the wrestlers. You know what I mean? Because the lumberjacks are only supposed to throw the wrestler back in the ring, and every involvement needs to be with that in mind. They cannot just pull a wrestler out and try to hit him, you know? Try to fight alongside whoever their partner is. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I thought a lumberjack match is when there's wrestlers around the ring and they can't leave, the wrestlers can't leave the ring. I don't remember it being specified before, but now you said it, that feels obvious. There you go. That's why there can be, a lumberjack match is not a no DQ match, right? There can be disqualification in lumberjack matches. It's a normal match where there's wrestlers outside the ring. If one of the wrestlers tries to run away or leave the ring, the other wrestlers are able to throw him back in. And listen, all is fair in love and war, right? I mean, if you get a few licks to make sure that he goes in, then you got to do that, right? But the idea that lumberjacks would just actively interfere in favor or against a certain wrestler is an act of disqualification, right? Can't believe you're talking shit about Lossie when TK's on streaming so we won't see. I'm not talking shit about Lossie. I mean, I don't know why Colossus didn't inform me of the fact that my match was changed to a lumberjack match. Why everyone that was involved knew about it, including the lumberjacks, but I wasn't involved. Why somehow this was made a surprise to me. Why it would make a difference that it was made a surprise to me. I don't understand it. They had enough time to prepare the song, but not enough time to tell you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There was a stupid little lumberjack song, wasn't there? Colossus had time to prepare everyone, all the lumberjacks, to be involved in the lumberjack match, inform the ring announcer and apparently the sound booth that there was going to be a lumberjack match, create a song for the lumberjacks to come out, but not tell me that my match was going to become a lumberjack match. And I would love to understand the logic behind that, but I can't. Hang on, which lumberjack song? The Monty Python one? No, they made an AI, because apparently Sunday wasn't the only one. They made an AI song for the lumberjacks to come out for my surprise lumberjack match, because apparently everyone knew it was going to be a lumberjack match except me, which is fair, right? That's fair. In terms of surprise ranking, birthday party is S tier, lumberjack match is F tier. I would say so. No, there are worse things, because if F tier will be the worst tier, there are worse things that are surprise than lumberjack matches. Lumberjack matches maybe will be in C tier or D tier, right? Would understand if this was the final boss challenge, having the lumberjacks as former challenges. No, that's not what happened here. They were just trying to throw any... they were trying to tip the balance in their favor. They're trying to somehow give Buck Garcia an unfair advantage. Thankfully, there are people that have my back and that will balance things out by neutralizing the unfair advantage that Buck Garcia had in that moment. So here's some news, and I said this in the backstage interview after the show, but I will say this here as well. I would like to officially announce that the Thanet Open Invitational Challenge, whatever its name is, it's dead. It's over. I am not going to do it anymore because I've tried to open my arms and my heart to a new generation of professional wrestlers, and all I've received back was ungratefulness, bitterness, and this manipulation of a situation to try and make me look bad. And I'm not for that. That is unfair. That should not happen. I don't think that is productive in any ways. I don't think that the goals that I wanted to achieve with the Open Challenge are going to be achieved, because all these people that have this chance to be in the ring with me have to meet me halfway. I'm trying to do this for them. I don't need this. I'm trying to do this for them, but obviously they don't want to take the opportunity. So I'm going to focus all my attention and all my guidance value on one person, on someone who has shown gratitude, someone who has shown that they want to learn and be better. Chris Oak is going to get my attention. And I'm going to continue to invest my time on Chris. That's all I have to say. Did I leave Margaret unbeaten? Yes. I've didn't even think about these this way because I'm not thinking about myself when I do these challenges. I am thinking about what I can offer to the scene. But the truth is, I am undefeated in singles competition in Pro Wrestling Colossus. No one can beat David Francisco. And this continues to be the case. Such a selfless person, he isn't even considering the undefeated streak he's got going. See, I'm just trying to think on what's best for everyone else. And no one, honestly, what I get in return for my kindness is the disrespect, right? What can I say?